Christine, are you aware that Chernobyl is a social disaster?
No, I did not know that.
Well, it is a man-made disaster, and by your definition of disaster, it's man-made, and therefore it's a social disaster.
Actually, I did not give a social disasters, but okay.
Okay, so you admit that Chernobyl is a social disaster, and you also admit that we gave aid to Chernobyl after the explosion, thus fulfilling the resolution of giving aid after social disaster.
No, I did not admit that because I was totally oblivious to the fact that U.S. gave aid to after that type of disasters.
Okay, well, Nick in his constructive and his cross-examination brought up Chernobyl and said that we gave aid after the explosion, so we did in fact give aid. And do you know that nowadays, according to the same NPR story that Ali brought up, that Chernobyl is now habitable and actually starting to produce again, as opposed to being a nuclear wasteland?
No, I was, again, not oblivious to that fact.
Okay, well, but if you accept that, doesn't that show that American aid after social disasters does work?
But that's just one example. There are other examples that Nick mentioned in his constructive, like the African situation, that it becomes corrupt and it can lead to the wrong hands of the corrupted leaders in foreign countries.
Okay, now were you listening to Nick's constructive when he said that the America gives aid to foreign leaders and also personnel?
Yes.
Okay, so doesn't that mean that we don't deal solely with corrupt governments, which there are many corrupt governments, but we also give aid to personnel on the ground?
But there's always a chance of just watering our resources without using them effectively.
Yes, there's a chance of that. However, this shows that not 100% of American aid does go into corrupt coffers. It actually does reach the people.
And it also shows that not 100% of the aids are used effectively.
Okay, but aid does reach the people through current American aid.
Yes, to some extent, yes. In some cases, yes.
All right, then you are advocating for taking away the aid from people who are starving and dying under their own leaders. Yeah.
No, because as you heard in my speech, I have a part in the part 2 of the plan where we will be donating monies through organizations such as International Red Cross and Salvation Army, so that it won't land in the hands of the corrupted leaders in 4 countries.
Well, are you aware that the United States government already does donate money to a few of those charities, such as the Red Cross?
Yes, but in other types of social disasters, sometimes it's not through this organization. Rather, it's in the hands of the foreign countries.
Well, doesn't this mean, okay, besides the Red Cross,